Hello friends, myself Dr. Vikas Vijay and you are watching our channel Accounts Guru. As you know, in the previous video, we had discussed the first 10 transactions of the assignment based on the bank reconciliation statement. In those transactions, we had assumed that the cash book balance was given, and in that case, we assumed the right hand to be the cash book and left hand to be the passbook. So in this certain transaction, the next transactions, I'll be just giving you explanation. What if the passbook balance is given and then we have to derive the cash book balance? What changes will be there while solving the problems? Okay, so let us assume that the passbook balance is given. So let me just share with you with this transaction. In this transaction, a bill for rupees 700 was retired by the bank. First of all, you have to understand what is the meaning of retired. Retired means the paid by the bank. Okay, it's bill is like what? A bills payable maybe. So a bill paid by the bank for rupees 700 on our behalf, but while making the payment, the bank got a rebate. It got a discount of rupees 20. Rebate means discount of 20. It means what? The bank had paid rupees 680. Okay. So the bank has paid 680 rupees. But what has happened? The full amount of the bill was credited. Credited means as a payment, because the credit means what? The payment. In the cash book credit side means payment. But in the cash book, we have subtracted full 700. So now the difference is of 20 rupees. What we have done? We have subtracted 700 here and 680 here. So the net effect is what? In the cash book, we have subtracted 20 more. Now what to do? So now let me ask you, bache, in case if the passbook balance is given, okay, so right hand will be my passbook and my left hand will be cash book. So in this case, the left hand has gone down by 20 rupees. So what will happen? The right hand will also move along with the left hand, and here it will be 20 minus. Okay, so if the passbook balance is given, then the right hand will be my passbook and the left hand will be my cash book. Exactly, fine. But what if the cash book balance is given? In that case, the cash book will be my right hand and the left hand will be my passbook. So since my right hand has gone down, so what I have to do? The right hand will come up. So here, because we have to solve the whole BRS question in the next video, so we will be solving by taking cash book as a base. Okay, but in between I'll be explaining what if the passbook balance is also given for better understanding. So what we will do, since there is no effect of this 20 rupees here, and second reaction is nil, therefore we have to bring it 0. So we have to plus 20 here. So in BRS we will be adding it. Okay, next point, payment side of the cash book has been undercast. So this, before answering, you have to understand conceptually what is the meaning of undercast. Undercast means while totaling the 200, we have taken less amount. So in the cash book, if the payment side is decreased by 200, it means my balance would increase by 200. So my cash book has increased by 200 rupees. Okay, and since there is no effect in the passbook, same in the second effect, there will be no effect. The net effect is 0. So to get 0, what I have to do? Yes, I have to subtract 200 rupees. So while making BRS, I will subtract this 200. Fine. But in case if the passbook balance had been given, my right hand would be passbook, left is cash book. So if left cash has gone up, my right hand will also move up to make it balance. Okay. Now next point, a bill receivable for rupees 1000 discounted with the bank in July 2018 dishonor. It means the discounted bill dishonor, and this you will better understand in the chapter bill of exchange. Okay, but here I can just explain you one thing, that we had earlier taken 1000 rupees, maybe less than 1000, because the bank has deducted some interest. So we have taken 1000 rupees from the bank, but on the day of maturity, the bank didn't get this 1000 rupees back. So what bank will do? Bank will take this money from our account, but this is not recorded in cash book. So this 1000 bank has taken out of our account, and this is 1000 minus. Fine. There is no effect in the cash book. Now what will happen if my right hand is cash book? Right hand is cash book and the left hand is what? Passbook. Exactly. So the left hand has gone down. So to match it, my right hand will also go down. So here 1000 will also subtracted here. Fine. In the other way, in this first action, 1000 minus, reaction, no reaction here. So there's a what? Minus amount, minus 1000. So make it minus 1000. I have to show again 1000 minus here. Fine. Now next, in this, the passbook has showed the following payments. The bank has made these two payments, one 640 as a premium on the life policy, and second the 4000 against a promissory note. So these two amounts have been subtracted from passbook, that is 4640 they have subtracted, but there is no effect in the cash book. Now since the first action is subtract this subtraction from the passbook, but no effect here. Now there will be no effect where in the passbook, since balance is not given, so net effect is 4640. So make it again 4640 minus, again we have to minus here. Fine. So in BRS, while making the BRS, we will show this amount as a minus item in the BRS. If you go by the hand technique, if my right hand is my cash book and left is passbook, in that case the passbook has gone down. So similarly right will also go down. Now we'll be moving fast with the transactions because I hope now you have understood. So let's see your understanding. The passbook has what? Collected rupees 1200 as interest on government, but no entry for this was found in the cash book. It means we have added 1200 here, but nothing is done in the cash book. Similarly, there will be no effect because the passbook balance is not given. We are assuming the past balance is not given. So therefore net effect is 1200. So to make it 1200, what we'll do? We will add again 1200 here in the BRS. If you go by the hand technique and say for example, if I assume the passbook balance is given, say for example, if passbook balance is given, right hand is passbook goes up, therefore passbook will come down. If the passbook balance is given, then it means in BRS we have to subtract it. So side by side you have to understand what if the bank balance is given. I'll be explaining you. Fine. In next part, the bank has charged interest rupees 100 and bank charges 40 rupees. It means bank has subtracted what? How much bank has subtracted? Yes, bank has subtracted 100 here and 40 here. So total 140 is subtracted in the passbook, but no amount has been subtracted in the cash book. So how to rectify this? How to reconcile this? Yes, since there will be no effect here, so the net effect is what? How much? 140. Again we have to show 140 here. So how we can get it? Yes, we have to subtract 140 from the cash book also. So in BRS we will give the effect of 140 on the minus side. Next point, the payment received from customers directly by the bank. So in this case my passbook would have increased because the direct payments made by the customers are recorded in the passbook and there is no effect in the cash book. So here there will be no reaction because the balance is not given. So the net effect is what? 3500 added in the passbook. Therefore to add in the cash book also, to maintain at 3500, we have to add again. So this is my second reaction and this will be shown in the BRS. Fine, 3500 add. Next transaction, he had also received a check for 500, although entered by him in the cash column of cash book. As we shared, cash column means what? It is not recorded in the cash book at all, was omitted to be paid into the bank, and on the other hand it has not been paid into the bank. It means what? Neither it has been recorded in the cash book bank column nor it has been presented to the bank. Okay, so there will be no effect here, no effect here, no treatment for this transaction. Now 19th one, on 30th July a check for 1570 received by him was paid into the bank. Paid into the bank means deposit. Okay, but the same was omitted to be entered in cash book. See what has happened here, a very important point. Normally whenever we deposit a check, the first effect, the first impact is in the cash book. Okay, but here it has omitted, it has not been recorded in the cash book. But what we are assuming that this check was recorded, was maybe a same bank check. So in these 2 days it has been added. We have to assume here that it has been added here 1570. But if a child writes it has not been cleared, so no effect would be the answer. But in this case, what is a possible assumption? That in these 2 days, because as we know, the CT after 2010, after CTS system, the check truncation system, a check is cleared in a day or even a 2 day also. Fine, very quickly, because the checks are sent not physically but through scan way. Okay, in a scanner way. So in this case there is 1570, no effect for the second transaction. Net effect is 1570 plus, and therefore here also we will add 1570. It means what? If we assume the right hand to be cash book, because if we assume the cash book balance is given, right hand is cash book, left is what? Passbook. So passbook has gone up, the left hand has gone up, so right will also go up. Fine. Now next transaction. In next transaction, the receipt side of the cash book is undercast. There is an undercast of cash book receipt side. It means what? You have, like, don't jump to the conclusion, just visualize. If the receipt side is undercast by rupees 6000, the net balance will also come down by 6000 rupees. So 6000 has been reduced from the cash book balance. So it means what? Here minus 6000 in the cash book. And since no effect here, so how to give the second effect, the reaction? Yes, what we will see, there is no effect here. So it is 0 effect. So how to get 0? We will add here 6,000. So in BRS, we will show this in 6,000 plus item. If we go by the hand, the receipt side of cash book is undercast. It means what? Right hand is down. So we have to again bring the right hand up. Next, bank charges of 200 would debit in the passbook. Debit in the passbook. The passbook debit means what? The passbook debit means what? Minus 200. But it has recorded twice in the passbook and not at all in the cash book. Not at all in the cash book. Not at all. It means in cash book we have not recorded this, whereas in the passbook we have shown twice. So what is the effect? 400 we have subtracted in the passbook. There is no effect here. But the second reaction is what? No reaction. So the net effect is 400 minus. Again we have to show 400 minus here. So what we have to do? Yes, in 400 we have to subtract from the cash book. In BRS we will show 400 on the minus side. Fine. If you go by the hand, the right hand was cash book, the left hand was passbook. Okay. So the left hand got down by 400 rupees. Similarly, the right hand will also move here. Fine. And in this case, what we have seen here, we have to see that as per the left, if my right hand was passbook, say for example, if right is passbook, the passbook has gone down by 400, so right will immediately come up. Okay. Now, in 22nd transaction, a post-dated check for 12,000 has been debited in the bank column of cash book. What does it mean? Debit in the bank column of cash book means added. It has been added in where? In the cash book, but it was a post-dated. But in no way it could have been presented to the bank. Bank would never accept a post-dated check. So there is no effect in the passbook. Fine. So 12,000 we have added here in the cash book, but there is no effect in the passbook. So what will be the second reaction? No reaction here, with the balance is not given. So 0 effect in the passbook. To make it 0, we have to subtract 12,000. So in BRS, what we will show? We will show 12,000 on the negative side in BRS. Fine. Next transaction. Check received entered twice in the cash book. Check received entered twice in the cash book. It means what? We have shown double amount. The 5,000 amount we have shown twice, 5,000 once and 5,000 second time. So it means what? The 10,000 we have added more in the cash book. So my left hand has gone up. My left hand has gone up. There is no effect in the passbook. Okay. So what I have to do? There is a 0 impact here. So make it 0. I have to just subtract 10,000 here. So in BRS, this point 10,000 will also be subtracted. So if I assume my right hand to be cash book, it has what? Gone up by 10,000. It will come down by 10,000 to make it balance. Okay. Next point, 24th, interest on overdraft amounted to 800 did not appear in the cash book. Whenever the bank charge interest on the overdraft, it is subtracted from passbook. Okay. Nothing is done in the cash book. So if my right hand is cash book and left is passbook, the left hand is gone by 800. Similarly, cash will also go by 800. So 800 subtracted in here. In BRS, we will show 800 minus in the passbook, in the cash book. Okay, in the BRS statement. Now 25th, check of rupees 8,000 dated 29th of July issued means cash book minus normally, was dishonored due to insufficient funds in our account. It means we issued the check and we subtracted immediately in the cash book, but in the passbook it was not reduced. So if my right hand is what? Cash book, the cash book has gone down, so cash book will again come up. So it will be 8,000 plus. Okay, so in BRS we will show 8,000 plus. So let us quickly see the other transactions, and now you have to give the answer along with me. Bank has paid insurance premium. When bank pays insurance premium, we subtract in the passbook, whereas in the cash book we have recorded only 180. So it means what? There's an extra amount subtracted from the passbook, 1620. So if I assume my right hand to be cash book and left hand to be passbook, the left hand is reduced by 1620. So to balance it, right will also go down. Okay, so 1620 we have to subtract while making the BRS. It will be subtracted. Next, 1500 being the proceeds being the amount received of bill receivable collected appeared in the passbook but not in the cash book. It means the bank has collected 1500 rupees. It has added in the passbook. It means what? It means my left hand, if I assume my right hand to be cash book, left is passbook, my left hand has gone up. So right hand also will automatically come up and 1500 will be added here also in the BRS. Next, withdrawal column of the passbook, it means the minus side. Withdrawal of the column of the cash book is undercast by 400. It means we have not shown drawings, we have not shown the withdrawal in the passbook, so my passbook balance has increased. So what we have done, we have automatically increased 400 in the passbook. Since there is no effect in the cash book, and here second reaction will be nil, so the net effect is 400 plus. So to bring it par 400, we have to add in the cash book also. So in BRS we will show this 400 on the plus side. Fine. Next, bank has reversed bank charges. This is a very important point. Bank has reversed the bank charges. Bank has wrongly charged, but later on it has rectified and it has added 120 in my passbook. And since nothing is there in the cash book, so what has happened, this is the action. Reaction will be no reaction, so 120 is added in the passbook. So to make it at par, to balance it, I have to add in the cash book also. So it is the effect in BRS. In BRS we will show 120 as an addition item. If I go with the hands, my right hand is cash book and left is passbook. Okay, so left hand has gone up by 120, so similarly right will go up. If I assume here my right hand is passbook, say for example if bank balance is given, my right hand is passbook, so it means what, left is cash book. So right hand has gone up by 120 rupees. So to balance it, what, the right hand will come down, that is 120 will be minus if the bank balance is given as per passbook. Okay, now the credit balance of 1200 as on page 8, it means the credit balance of the passbook is what, plus. It has been shown or recorded on page 8 as a debit balance. It means what, in the passbook the item which was as an addition we have shown as a subtraction. Means what, we have shown as a withdrawal, as a drawing, means the deposit has wrongly treated as drawing. So what we have to do, this 1200 once we have to add here. Okay, it means what, it was to be added here, but again in place of this what we have done, we have just subtracted 1200. So what has happened here, we have to just understand this concept. What, that say for example if there is a number line system, okay, and there was a credit balance, means the plus balance of 1200. So what we have done, instead of showing 1200 plus, we have shown 1200 minus. It means we have covered the distance from 1200 to this 0, that is we have shown 1200 less, and by moving to 1200 minus we have again subtracted 1200. So total there is an effect of 2400. It means what, we have subtracted 2400 in the passbook. The net effect of this is this, by understanding this number line system. Okay, so to make it at par, if I assume there is no effect in the cash book, and the second effect will be what, no effect, and what is the net effect, 2400 minus. So again we have to subtract 2400 here, so the net effect will be 2400 minus in the cash book. Okay, so you have to understand, whenever this effect is given of double amount, we have to understand this number line system and then you can easily solve. So here 2400 will be subtracted while making the BRS. Okay, so in all the transactions I'm assuming the cash book balance is given so that I can give you the one comprehensive BRS format along with the solution, but in between we are just explaining you what if the BRS, if the bank balance is given for the passbook. Okay, next point, a draft for rupees 3000 issued, means bank has made the payment after charging 100 rupees as bank charges. So a draft for 3000 issued by bank after charging 100 as bank charges means what, bank has subtracted total 3100 rupees, 3000 draft and 100 as bank charges. Whereas in cash book only 3000 was recorded, only 3000 has been subtracted, okay, in the cash book. So how much difference is there? The net difference is of 100 rupees in the passbook. So in passbook 100 is extra minus, there is no effect in the cash book. So the reaction will be, since there will be no change in the passbook balance is not given, so 100 minus in the passbook. So the same balance 100 minus, here we have to maintain balance. So how we can get? By subtracting 100 in the cash book, and in the BRS format we will show 100 on the minus item. Okay, again with the hand technique, if I assume the cash book balance is given, so right is cash and left is passbook. My passbook has gone down by 3100, whereas the cash book gone down by 3000. So there is a gap of 100 rupees. So 100 we will subtract from the cash book. What if the passbook balance is given? We will assume right hand to be the passbook, left as a cash book. So my left hand has gone down by 3100, whereas the right hand, this right has gone by 31, left has gone down by 3000. There's a gap of what, 100 rupees. So then 100 rupees again will be added back in the passbook. Okay, now the last point, a check of 2500 credited by the bank. When the bank credit, it means add. So bank has credited in July, okay, and it has got dishonored on 1st of August in the next month. You have to understand one thing, if the bank has credited this, it means what, we have deposited the check into the bank. So before this it would have already been added in the cash book. So in the month of July this particular check was added in both the books and it got dishonored in August. So it will be rectified in the next month, not here. So there will be no effect of this transaction. Why no effect of this transaction? Because this was credited in the month of July in the passbook, and when it is credited by in the passbook and nothing is mentioned, we assume that this was a check we had deposited into the bank, so it had already been been added in the cash book. Okay, therefore in the July it was added in both the book, therefore there is no error and we will not rectify it. Okay dear, so these are the 32 transactions which you can prepare again and again, understand the concept, and the same transaction you can assume what if the cash book overdraft balance is given, what if passbook overdraft balance is given. In overdraft question there is no difference, just that the opening balance would go on the minus side. Otherwise the rule remains same, because there is one more method in which we make the single column method there that we call amount column. In that case, in amount column, in the case of overdraft, all the concepts are reversed. Those items which were added, they are to be subtracted and vice versa. So I would recommend to my fellows, my friends, my colleagues, to just adopt this plus item and minus item, so that in the case of overdraft they don't face any problem and they can use the same rule, because otherwise it would be very difficult for the students to manage both the concepts in case of single column, that is amount column method. So I would prefer you use the plus item, minus item. As student, you will also feel very relaxed and comfortable in this method, because in overdraft questions there is nothing to do much, just the opening balance would go on the minus side, rest rules remain same. So I hope in these 32 transactions you would have understood the topic of BRS, and if still any queries there, you can leave in the comment box, and in the description box I will be sharing the video of the earlier part also, and in the next concluding part I'll be sharing you the solution of all these 32 transactions, assuming the cash book balance is given. So definitely do see that particular video also to get the comprehensive solution of all these transactions. I hope you must have liked this video, and if you liked it, please share with your friends. Do like, subscribe and give thumbs up, and definitely we'll be seeing you in the next video with the solution of this particular problem with 32 transactions. So bye bye, take care. I hope to see you in the next video very soon.